Right guys, today I wanted to make a video about one of Europe's up and coming young talents, and that is Enzo Le Fee, who plays for Lorient in France and is also a French international. Yet to make his debut for the French national team, but that's going to take some doing because I think you could probably make a case for France having the most depth in terms of talent out of pretty much every country in the world. I think they're probably on par with Brazil, and then you've maybe got countries like England, Germany and Spain below that. But yeah, they certainly have a lot of depth, so it's going to be very hard for Le Fee to break into the team. But he is a very good young player, only 22 years of age, has been in the Lorient first team for over 3 years now, and has picked up nearly 150 appearances in doing so. And to describe him as a player in terms of his playing style, he wears the number 10 shirt, but I don't think that would accurately describe the role he takes up for the team. He's very much a number 8 who can be box to box, as well as someone who can win the ball, and also a very good battler of the ball. Like, he often gets compared to players like Marco Verratti and Gavi in terms of how he can. You'd back him to win a 50-50 duel, and he has that lower centre of gravity that can, it's where he stays close to the ball and can wriggle out of tight positions. He hasn't quite got the speed to maybe take on players when he comes up against bigger defenders or quick players, but what he does have is fight in him, and quite good ability on the ball in terms of just passing, dribbling, and yeah, such as that. And yeah, obviously very talented player, and I can understand the comparisons to players like Marco Verratti. He also, surprisingly, has quite a few free kick goals to his name, which, I mean, considering he's not a prolific goal scorer by any means, it is quite impressive. And yeah, that's just another talent that he has in his locker. And yeah, I think I've read recently that Leicester are interested in signing him as a replacement for Youri Tielemans, who looks like he's going to be leaving at the end of this season, most likely destination being Arsenal right now. So I think he would be a very good replacement for someone like Youri Tielemans. I'd say he's a bit more industrious than Youri Tielemans, maybe quite hasn't got the attacking ability, but I think he more than makes up for that in just work rate, because I think that's something Youri Tielemans can be criticised of at times, is the fact that he can be a bit lazy on the ball. Some of his passing can be a little bit half-hearted, but you don't get that at all from someone like Enzo Le Fee. He is going to battle very hard for you in midfield, and is just a constant ball winner. And I think he would fit Leicester's system quite well, because what Leicester do is I say what they do, it's changed recently, and it changes game by game at the moment because they're struggling a little bit. But if we go off Brendan Rodgers' system that he's used over the past 2 or 3 years, it's a 4-2-3-1 system. It has a slightly deeper lying defensive midfielder, usually someone like Wilfred Ndidi, or more recently Boubakary Soumaré, or even sometimes Nampalys Mendy. And then besides that, you usually either have Youri Tielemans or Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall. And I think if Tielemans was to leave, and this player, besides like the Ndidi, is the one who gets up and down the pitch, and also works very hard, and is a very good passer of the ball. That suits Enzo Le Fee perfectly. And then you've got James Maddison in front of that, who is, an out-and-out number 10. So I think he would fit Leicester's system perfectly. And I think he does have a very big future ahead of him. There are elements to his game which he does struggle with a little bit. His goal-scoring record, it isn't insane by any means. It's something he could maybe add to his game. And also, he isn't the biggest, so aerial duels are a bit of a weakness to his game. But I mean, there's not really a lot you can do about that when you're 5'7", so I think he can be forgiven for that. But yeah, I think he will go on to be a very good player, one of France's most exciting young players right now.